email telling me that I need to resign from my position.
What's your position?
Yeah, back and forth.
I'm the service.
Okay. I've never spoken to that woman in my life.
What's up?
I've never said hi.
It's absolutely
What's going on?
No way.
So kind of an email back and forth thing.
I've never spoken to
Managers want him trespassed.
Who?
He has spoken
He wants him
to her.
trespassed. She wants him trespassed.
Who's him?
Him, right here.
I'm the president of the club. This is the notice
Wants
that
who
he-
trespassed?
Him.
Joey.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And he was warned that the board has a majority of the board.
This club is a
wants him
legal
trespassed.
entity.
Okay.
It's a healthcare provider. It's a legal entity.
Who's the owner of the
bylaws
premises?
say
We are the board of directors. We own the property, and I'm the chairman of the board.
There is no president.
And I'm the actually the bylaws have been
Bylaws
changed to
say chairman/president.
It's the same.
Now, just to clarify, everyone that has a stake of ownership on this property is in agreement with
That's
wanting
correct.
him
That's
gone.
correct.
And who else here has ownership of the property on the board?
There's no real okay. Howard's on the board. I'm on the board. Donna's a club manager. She's got the right to trespass. She
Right.
has this right, and the rules are posted in the clubhouse. And he was warned.
Okay.
So and he came up here to push the limit and to cause conflict. Is why he came here. So
What's kind of led up to this?
he's basically off. He's on depressive medication, and he's come out here telling us that we're committed fraud and felonies. I met you.
Yeah, we spoke.
Yeah, we spoke.
Did you go to the courts?
She did. Yes,
She did?
She did. And they said
Okay.
that she went ahead and filed for it, but there was no bodily harm intent. So they wouldn't.
And his name is
claim-
No real
Joseph.
threat has been made.
Correct.
He
No
did
bodily.
threaten to
But he
physically remove her from the club just 3 weeks ago. I was right there, and when he did, I spoke to him and said, "That's not necessary. Let's not be like that." It was in the middle of the club. It was right before the meeting.
He's got
He's Joseph.
Yes.
emails
Yes.
demanding that I remove myself from my position here immediately.
And if you even look at the
So
back,
ultimately, you all run this place.
yes, we do.
You have like managerial authority.
Well, he did the one
So you can trespass someone if
That's
you want.
correct.
We trespass transients for you guys all the
You
time.
just trespassed Brian Rogerson for his harassment.
They won't leave him.
So you want him off the property right now?
Yeah, I do.
Alright.
6
He
months.
was in the room with him.
Actually, well, if that's your choice, I was gonna say for these it's usually a year, but if you're wanting
Give him
6 months,
Yeah, give him 6 months.
that's your
It's a
choice.
business thing that they should.
Did we get your information, sir? Just it's gonna be needed for the trespass warning.
Sure.
So
Yes.
Okay, you own this place.
Yes. We don't own it. It's-
Nobody owns it. It's a not-for-profit corporation. It's leased.
The members own it.
We own the building.
You know,
You own the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have the right to trespass.
yeah.
You lease it from it.
No,
Well, Lieutenant License.
Oh, the building.
She's a volunteer employee. Who do you pay rent to? Can't
we
trespass
pay
at all.
mortgage.
Here's your card back.
What's your name?
Saunders.
thank you. Did we get Joseph's ID?
Yeah, I ran it.
Let's get. Okay, you ran him already.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
You ran it.
Did you come back as a
Oh, no.
Back to the Marine.
associate of James?
There's a lot going on here. We basically we took over the board in November, and his issue is that I reached out to buy the building from the owner directly, but the owner wouldn't sell it to me directly. Next thing you know, I get elected as the president of the club. We go on buy the building. He's a real estate broker, and he's claiming he had 6% commission for like $19,000, which he didn't have. So then Brian comes up here and starts raising holy hell. Brian is his sponsor
Okay.
for like 20 years. And when Brian got trespassed, this dude went off the hook, invited me to fight in the parking lot, came up
Nice.
here raising hell with her, telling he's going to file an IRS document for a lease agreement that we did in January that I got till December to figure out the taxes on it. This guy's threatening that we're filing felonies, that we're doing tax evasion, demanding our resignations over Easter.
Does the owner of this building?
We're the owner of the building.
I'm saying, does the guy that you guys were saying that you were getting
own
ready to buy it.
The club owns the building.
So there's no landlord?
No, we
said we.
have a mortgage. We own
Yes,
the
he
building.
did.
Okay.
The corporation.
Tell me what I hear, Joey. I'm standing right
the
here.
corporation is the Easy Does It Club Incorporated.
Okay.
We own the building. We lease
I
to
got you.
AA groups.
Okay.
He's a member of a group. I'm acting as an owner,
okay.
and I'd like to get him
So there's
trespassed.
multiple different groups?
Yeah, there's
okay.
like 8 groups a day
You
that
just
come
heard
in.
how they reacted
So
to
he's
me.
a member
This
of
is
one
what
of those
we've been
8
doing.
groups that comes a day.
Exactly.
This is why this
So
not
we're
part
the
of the
owner. I'm the.
business.
This is the. I'm the
Harassing us over the
corporation.
business.
He's harassing us over our
He's
business.
not happy with the way the business is being run, and he's
and
getting
he's made
AA
accusations. So I gave him a written warning right here, due to the harassment and of a senior citizen, Donna. All right, demanding her resignation. If the board has a majority said that you will be trespassed by the several board members have decided by a majority you'll be trespassed. This is a response to the false allegations, email chains, and threats. So he comes up tonight to push the issue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. All right. Well, apparently our lieutenant's coming over here, so
Good. Good.
10 Delta 53 Central copy Florida DL by number.
And if you need me, I can go get the Sunbiz information showing me. I know.
where'd he say he was at? 10:03, you know?
What did John say come from?
No, he just said he's on go.
Okay.
I imagine he I can call him again.
It's fine.
This is just all of them. You know, one of them's married because he didn't get a key to the office. Like, this is ignorant. It's crazy.
Which one's mad that they didn't get a key to the
The one that
office?
already got trespassed.
Oh.
And they're coming
so
at
crazy.
people. They're
Why would they get
attacking.
why would they get a key to the office? I don't
He just
understand.
felt like he deserved one because he's been a member of the club.
Oh.
I'm on the fucking board. I don't want one. Because if something happens to the office, I don't have a key. Well, I mean, it's awful because we all used to be friends, or at least we thought we were. And it got taken over because the old board was doing dirty shit. So we fixed everything. And it's a wonderful thing. Like, it's really a good thing. Like, we got new lights. The city's happy. They're going to pay for there and give us parking over here. Like, it's going to be awesome. Like, it's terrible. And they're mean. And they're really mean if you're a girl and you say something. You just saw how they reacted.
Hey, is that your car? Here's Kyle. Kyle sits out.
So stupid.
No.
I was at home doing my fucking nails.
You're gonna beat
This
it up?
is bullshit. So bad right now. I'm doing it. Why are we waiting for this other police officer? Do we know?
It's our lieutenant. He's higher up.
Is it because Joey
So
knows him or
I don't
something?
know. It sounds like he might have requested him. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
So,
he's
that's
got
fine.
some pull because I think that I didn't get my restraining order because somebody knew somebody. But restraining orders are very personal.
Yeah, my
and they gotta
lieutenant-
be very.
He's not. He's fair. He's not gonna. Even if he does know this guy, he's not gonna do anything he's not supposed to do
Right,
just
that's
because he
his
knows
job.
this guy. Just to make it clear.
This guy did. This is the first time I've been sober for 16 and a half years, and somebody did a background check on me. So fellow AA, to do a background check on a fellow AA is really pretty freaking crazy, to say the least. So he's been pushing, and leaving me stuff since Easter Sunday on a door. So he got into the building, how I don't know, he got into the building. So I feel a little concerned and scared.
Okay.
But he's playing hardball.
East Delta Club Incorporated. This address. I'm the registered agent, title president. Corey Romanek.
Foxtrot 7-8 Central, copy of transport.
I'm the president.
Okay.
Okay? So I'm acting as the corporation, the officer of the corporation, not as the club member.
Okay. 10:03, where are you at? Right, waiting here.
From FRC, DJJ, starting 641. I copy.
I'll just move over here and get started on paperwork.
Sure. K9 1 to 10:03 on talk. Copy. I was just trying to see where you were at because we got a lot of people here.
I'm coming. I'm in route. Over there, I'll stop now.
What was that?
Time for one.
That's okay, I got 32. If he fucks up, I go too, right? That's the way it goes. Ain't no big deal. You too, pal.
Yeah, if you want to just hang out right here, I'm not gonna have any kind of. Like, I understand you're frustrated
The other
and
thing
stuff.
too is that Chief Godfrey has been copied a lot of emails with this guy with these accusations.
Okay.
And I've had it. And
so he's probably familiar.
He knows who I am. We're the ones that got all that paving done that's going to be happening here.
Okay.
We're working with the city. I'm a real straight shooter. These guys are just a pain in the ass, and they're just stirring up a bunch of shit. I have to protect the club because this club is supposed to be a safe place for AA meetings, and these guys are a bad element. You know, and he's got a resentment because his sponsor got trespassed, and he's been coming up here causing a lot of shit, and I gave him a warning. You know, and he's been going emails demanding resignations, and John over there, the gray-haired gentleman, is starting an impeachment process that's going to take a 2/3. It's going to take a 2/3 club vote. I have 100% of the club vote. There's 5 or 6 of these guys causing a lot of shit. So it is what it is.
This is our lieutenant.
Good.
So
May I talk to him?
Sure.
With you?
Yeah, if you'd like to fill him in.
Oh, how was your trip? How was your trip? I'm like, that's so mean. It was amazing.
Was it?
Yeah, heck yeah. I mean, when we went up to the national park, that really like showed off the beauty of the state. I was like,
I know your pictures were great. I mean, I was looking at the one.
No.
See how I punch her right in the face.
No,
I know that.
Sure.
She gets out of here for a minute.
I know. I'm
Damn
like,
crap.
you never see me smile. I'm like,
I know. I was like, no, look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Oh, nice. She gets out of here. I get to go across the street.
your ass. I know that.
No, seriously. Oh, you're lighter. Oh, my lighter.
It's all on email. Larson has been having a problem with seeing all those pictures. Yeah, I figured she was. It would be dangerous.
Exactly.
No, the van.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Ah, don't be funny.
You
I'm
understand
not being funny.
you wouldn't want to.
Are you good right here for a second?
Yeah.
When I just wanted to say
Going other places talking bad about us, and we just want him out of here. He can go other places. And being that I'm the officer of the board, that is the actual, that owns the building, that leases to these different groups. He's a member of our group. He's not even on the board. We just want him trespassed.
Is he one of the? Because I know there's like people that come to the club.
He comes to the
meeting,
club.
and then there's ones that pay. Is he one of the paying people?
He's not a paying dues member, no sir.
Okay.
No sir.
So then he just.
And there's a set of rules in there posted. If you harass or hostile to the objectives of the EDIC, it doesn't matter if you're dues paying or not, you can get trespassed. It's posted all over the clubhouse. Okay?
Donna said somebody requested that or something.
I don't know nothing about it.
Or Donna brought it out,
Okay.
but it's the safety statement that we have if anybody feels uncomfortable.
So, and the deal is that he's
Who was he threatening?
He's threatened me to fight 3 weeks ago in the parking lot, and he finally left. He's threatened Donna. She's a board member. She's a witness.
He walked into the club, and Donna went to file a restraining order that they denied against him for elder abuse because he scared the shit out of her, because in the middle of the club, he threatened to pick her up and physically remove her from the club. And I was on the other side 3 weeks ago when
So we
his
told him,
sponsor
if you
got
come back,
trespassed for getting in people's face. These people, they're being nuts. Like, we don't even know what happened. However, when he did that, I spoke up and I said, do not speak to her that way. You can't talk to a girl that way. That's wrong. Just calm down. So I did acknowledge it, and he looked right at me.
Well, the thing is that Donna went down to file a restraining order on him and filled the paperwork out. The judge the next day said he couldn't grant it because there was no stalking or physical
He's
threat.
running background checks on
on
some of us
people
on
in
the
AA.
board. And he has no right to do that.
Oh, yeah, he has
There's a lot of
every
public
right. He has every
information.
right.
I mean, if you go on like clerk.org and you just look up your first and last name, it's all public
If you
information.
just go to the FDLE website, pay your $20, you can get a complete criminal history on anybody you want in this world.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah, so that's.
I think, but the
That's
issue is
awful,
AA.
though. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm
I
hearing you say
understand
it's
what
not.
you're saying.
It may not be cool, but
Here's the deal.
may
Yeah,
not
but
be
as
like-
a woman,
This is the corporation. Hang on one second. This is the corporation. He does incorporate it. Here's my FEIN number. Here's the address of where we're at right now. I'm the registered agent and owner of the filing for this. Title is president. The next page is my name. I'm Corey Romanek. The treasurer is Andrew DeCook, and the vice president is Ralph Berry. So I'm the president of the board.
Okay.
I'd like to have him removed from the club, please. For 6
what's the? Now, just because I've had.
Yeah, I know. you have.
I've heard from like
I
3 or
know-
4
I know
different
you have.
people.
I know you
and there's-
Harassment.
And there's and there's so much of this is civil, so I'm trying to.
This
It's
is
harassment.
I'm the president of the club. I want him off the property and trespass for 6
No, I hear that
months.
part. What's
Yeah. Harassment?
Is there a vote
Yeah,
Wednesday? Or what's the?
there's a board meeting on Wednesday night where they're trying to bring an impeachment charge against me. All they can do is file the charge. It's got to rest for 30 days, and then the full club comes and votes on it in May.
right.
So this is in retaliation for his sponsor
And
being trespassed.
Joey-
He's got,
And
Joey-
then what would hold on? What
sorry.
would what would be the outcome of the impeachment? Say they did it. I'm just trying to understand it.
so
What would happen to you?
It would go to the entire club, and they have to have a 2/3 majority vote. To
Okay, so who
remove
votes
all the
Wednesday?
club?
The paying
There's no
members?
no
vote
Wednesday.
Wednesday. The
Uh,
charges are presented
It has-
on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then
they
it
just
has to
stand up
sit
there
for a
and present
month.
their-
And
their
then
argument.
then they have the whole board and the whole club
Has
there.
30 days.
they can discuss the issue. No, we don't agree with it. We disagree with you. Whatever.
So you got 30 days to get the final vote in.
Correct. And
So everybody has a chance to
only
vote within
Yeah,
that 30 days.
absolutely. But if he's trespassed, he can't come back because of his behavior. Because what happens is when you trespass, your membership, and he's not even a member. He can't
doesn't
even
pay
vote.
dues,
He
nothing.
can't vote. He can't do anything.
So unless you pay, you can't vote.
he
Yeah.
can't, and
And
you
you
have to
have
pay.
to-
Like I
offend-
said, like I said,
Yeah.
he was.
You have to-
There's two.
yeah.
You can come in and attend a meeting,
But you can't vote.
Yeah,
and
here's
you
the
have no
thing.
real say in it.
Hold on, hold on,
Easy.
hold
And
on.
then you have
Slow down.
$50 a year.
Yes,
So you can pay $50 a year.
and be
you're
a club member.
Be a club
And
member.
you can be
get
more
a say,
active
You
and-
get a
Correct.
vote.
Okay.
You get
He-
input.
For the building.
He's not a club
But AA
member.
is
He's not a
separate.
dues-paying
Okay.
club member.
They're
He claims he's a
completely
lifetime
different.
member. There's no such thing. I've got the bylaws in writing. It's clear that you must be a dues-paying member to have a vote in our bylaws that were passed in December. So, I mean, everything I'm telling you is the truth. I can sit down with anybody and go through
They're
all
in
of
the
it.
minutes. It's
And
all
in the
documented.
minutes. Everything's documented. I've got all my financial, I got everything put together. I'm 100%.
All right. So what's
Let
so
me
tonight?
just-
So tonight you just want to have him removed.
I want him
because he
trespassed for
was- because
6
he was-
months because he's been
Okay,
warned several times. Yes, sir.
Okay. You just want him removed. For right now, you want him removed because of 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you asked him not to come back,
That's
and
correct.
he came back.
That's correct.
But he hasn't done anything tonight.
Just his
2.5
presence being here tonight is causing a tremendous amount of conflict because he threatened Donna saying that we're going to throw you out of here. He threw a background investigation on the floor for her. He basically told her, if you look at the letters attached, I mean, the letter's right here.
I know, he said
Can I
everybody's
say
department.
something
Right
really
here.
quick?
This letter right here. That's attached, and it basically threatening her to get her out of the club, that she needs to resign immediately. That's not his fucking call. That has to go through the
Okay,
board.
hang on, Cor. 2.5 weeks ago, when all this shit went down with Brian, and he showed his ass like that, the board got together to discuss exactly what
Emergency
happened.
meeting.
Let me finish. You don't have to know. And everything was discussed. This happened from start to finish. And then that night, Melissa, our previous secretary, who over all this shit has resigned, called him and let Joey know, this is your last warning. You need to leave these people alone. Stop harassing everybody. Just let it go.
That was not it. She also told him, if you come back to the club, you'll be trespassed. And I put it in writing
And
also.
then that's when all this shit happened, and then it's in writing where we told him, because it has to stop. Like, these emails never end. Like, it.
And like
Easter
I said,
Sunday
sir,
sucked.
I'm the chief officer of the corporation. The corporation owns the building.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want him here. Simple as that.
Because when the board switched over to what it is now, which we were all a part of, everybody was hunky-dory at the beginning of the year. At that time, if there was anybody with
He's
a
not a
lifetime
club
membership
member.
or
He can't
anything, it
demand
all
so
started
much
fresh from there
resignation.
because we had no
That's
record.
gotta go
Because
to
when
the
the other
board. This
people
arrogant
left,
son of
they
a
took
gun. I
everything.
mean, he's got
So
a
we
real
had no
estate
record of
broker's
nothing. So
license.
we just all
And
started
he
fresh.
thinks that he's a lawyer. He can't do that. You know?
Well, there's nothing in here that's really threatening.
Well, I mean, but the thing is that
I mean-
he's been harassing the shit out. I mean,
He actually says, I do not wish you any personal harm.
Well, he says that in that letter, but not in the previous email chains that the Chief Godfrey got. Yeah, it was damn right ronkerous. You know, but I'm the officer. I'm acting
And he
as.
is threatening. He's threatening to women. I was over there and you saw him. I was trying to talk to them because we're all supposed to get along. We're all in AA.
Sure.
I've got decades. Everybody else
Right.
has decades. And I get nothing but harassing bullshit. And this from Joey in my face. Joey saying 3 weeks ago, I'll throw you out too. Joey talking about my vagina and my boobs every chance he gets sitting out on the porch here. He's not a nice person. He harasses and terrorizes Donna. Brian gave him his key so he could drop off that letter.
Okay. Which is Brian's the guy that was trespassing.
Yes, sir.
And it's all because they're aggressive. We've got new people refusing to come back. We've got women that are afraid to come because of Joey and the old guy, because they're so angry and it intimidates them. You know, like, AA meetings are suffering, which means AA people could possibly be dying over that. And he's not even thinking about that. We helped get Joey sober, for God's sake.
Here's the thing: is that there's many other clubhouses they've been going to. He came here tonight to push this issue, sir. We told him the board has
Just stay away. That's all we've said.
Voted. If you come back, you're going to be trespassed.
We agree.
So what this is that this is his challenging us after we warned him. There's plenty of places he can go, and this is the exact scene that they wanted to create, having police in front of the club, watching him getting trespassed, so he can go out as a martyr and push more. This is exactly what
It's
was
like
supposed to be
union
avoided.
shit back home. That's what this is like. It's unbelievable.
You know, and I'm just being honest with you. This is what they're doing. They're trying to undermine every opportunity of this clubhouse they can. He was warned to come here. He come walking right up, and Donna called you guys immediately because that's what she was told to do by the board of directors.
Yes. And I'm pissed because I sponsor 7 people, 3 of which are women, that will not come back because these guys scare them. Because a lot of women that get sober have been beaten, molested, raped, battered. Yeah. They're not okay when they come here. Yeah, and when they come into aggressive men, and trust and believe I can stand up to them, when they don't even feel safe hiding behind me, there's a problem. Because I'm always the girl that goes after the predator that's here fucking with the new girls, and I run them off, because I'm not afraid.
Sure.
But I've got like 3 new girls, all with under 90 days that won't come because of them,
Well,
because of this.
Let's just keep down the nuts and bolts here. The main
That is
thing
the
is
nuts and
I'm
bolts.
the CEO.
He's right there with the camo shirt.
I'm the
He
CEO.
claims like he knows you, and you guys are like buddies.
But like you're his best friend. Like this is
I've never met that guy in my life.
Lieutenant,
And
I'm the
he's
CEO
manic
of the
depressive in
corporation.
office.
Huh?
I'm the CEO of the
It's crazy.
corporation. I don't want him on the clock.
Because we were all friends. This is so stupid.
Yeah, because there's such
One
a...
person didn't get a key. Joey thinks he was entitled
Stop.
to a realty
Stop.
commission
Stop.
that
Right.
wasn't.
Let him process what he's got so far.
And
No, I'm
John
just-
doesn't
I'm
like
just-
women.
Yeah, I'm just trying to process it all because, like I said, there's so much of it of these allegations that are civil that...
But
and-
that's fine.
And that's where it's gotten
But here's my
muddied.
deal. But here's my deal.
Because part of the argument that was presented to the police department was that you were single-handedly trying to trespass
no,
people out so
no,
that you could better your
no,
chances at a
no,
vote
no,
later on in
no.
this impeachment.
We've got 85 people in the club, man. That's going to be at that meeting. They're 3 or 4. They got to have a 2/3 vote.
Well,
And
I'm
if
saying, but
people-
that was that was presented.
No.
That's what was presented
No,
to us
sir.
is that you're
No, sir.
going, okay, who's against me? Good, find a way,
No,
find
sir.
a way,
No,
find a
sir.
way, find a
He
way.
was
You
warned.
swear to God,
He was
on my kid's
warned.
eyes, my granddaughter,
No,
absolutely not.
John's going to be
Absolutely
bringing the
not.
impeachment charge. I know he's bringing it.
Right.
And I haven't done anything with him. I knew he's bringing the charge. We're going to have a spirited conversation tomorrow night or Wednesday night. You're
And none of that
welcome
makes
to come.
sense
You
because
can come hang out with us.
if you weren't a member by mid last month, you
couldn't
can't fucking
vote.
vote anyway.
You can't vote.
Right. Yeah,
Because you-
the
it takes
understanding was that's all I knew.
it takes
You gotta be
60
60
two members,
days
two
in
types of-
before you can
It
vote.
takes 60 days of a dues-paying member before you have the right to vote. Otherwise, people can come in and pay their dues.
And just start voting.
Exactly.
Right.
And
If
that's
that
what
were the
and
point,
so-
I'd bring all the neighbors in
and
and
like
be an
he's got
asshole,
17
but I'm
years
not.
sobriety. God bless him. I got 32, man. I'm being straight.
Right.
And the deal is that me as the officer, the elected officer, I'm elected.
I thought you
I
were
had a
popping
hun-
your
I
knuckles.
had
So I'm going to go back to the question.
Yes, sir.
Like-
Hypothetically, they vote to remove you.
That's in 60 days. And
Right. What I'm
gone.
saying.
Yeah.
Just hypothetically, then what happens? 60 days.
Ralph
there's
moves
2/3
up.
vote. Well, what happens?
Ralph moves
Ralph,
up.
Ralph, the vice president, moves up, was on that list.
And then what happens?
And
to
then
you?
we vote in a vice president.
I'm no longer the president, but that's not going to happen because I've got more club support. I go to every meeting that I can during the day.
Everything
and
that
I've got
has
people
happened-
that are going to bombard this place to the club members.
Now, are there
that
any of
won't
these
let that
members
happen.
here that are going to, like, go like if you're gone, are they going to say, okay, you can just come back?
They can't
They can't
because once he's trespassed, it's 60 days. I'm sorry, it's 6
But
months.
no, the president can rescind
no,
it.
anybody can.
But can anybody,
Here's-
vice
here's the way
president,
it works.
rescind
Are
it?
they going to say now that
No, I
you're
think
gone?
it would
Are
have
they
to
going
be
to
a
say,
board vote.
well, now that you're gone, we're going to bring this
No,
guy
here's
back?
what happens. They have to petition the board
Yeah.
to ask permission to come back and make their cause, and the board gets to vote on it. Because the same thing with
How do they make their cause if they're not allowed back? So they just put it in writing
They
or
can
something?
put
or-
it
Yeah,
in
he
writing.
just lets us know. We
puts
get
it in
together
writing.
and we talk because we're
He
friends.
notifies a board member that he elected petition to come back to the club. We have
Somebody's got to bring his argument for him.
And
and
no,
they come,
he can
come for that.
He
We'll
can
let him
come
in.
for that.
We'll let him in
Have
for
his
that.
argument.
And
Have
we
his
all
argument.
talked about it and said, after he got trespassed the night after when we all got together, we said, if Ryan does that, we will more
We'll
than
talk to him.
happily take him back.
No. We would
But we
talk
talked
to
to
him.
him, and
Discuss
we
it.
have.
As long as we got reassurances that he understood he can't do that behavior.
Right.
But he was warned. He was warned about trespass. This guy blew up because Ryan's responsible. This is all retaliation. Him being trespassed. Now,
Very angry.
so we want him trespassed.
That's how you cut grass in 5 minutes.
I know. You're like, rah, rah, rah. And
All right, let me go talk to him real quick.
I apologize.
No, you're good.
There'll be, we need to have
just so you're
trespass.
clear, the reason why this happened to Brian is because Brian was literally coming across the room and across the porch and getting this far from people's faces, yelling at it.
So he got
and
trespassed
calling-
in his own marriage.
Yes,
Correct.
absolutely.
And now what's going
And
on
then
now? This is
Joey-
retaliation.
The day that Brian got
So when
trespassed,
he-
Joey
when
got
his-
aggressive.
His real anger incident or aggression was 2 weeks ago.
That's
The
correct.
night that we trespassed Brian.
No, really hasn't. He came tonight to force this issue.
All right.
No, he hasn't been back, but he ruined all of our Easters by blowing it up.
But
and not
when he
leaving
left
it
the other
alone.
night, y'all told him not to come back.
We said warning, do not come back or you will be trespassed.
Okay.
So he comes back to force the issue.
And this is stupid.
And
You guys
that's
have
why-
better shit to do.
Yeah, look at it.
We're trying to keep damn criminals sober, for God's sake.
It says right here, several board members have decided by a majority that you will be trespassed. If you come to the EDIC property, several board members decided you will be trespassed. This is a response to all the false allegations, email chains, and threats to the board members of the EDIC. You even wanted to fight in the parking lot, invited me to go out and fight. There were several witnesses that can attest this. Chief Godfrey is fully aware of your antics. There were several witnesses here. He's been warned.
Like I said, supposedly this guy says that you and him go back or something. I don't know.
Look, first time I talked to this guy was last week.
Okay.
I talked to him once on
He
the
said,
phone.
wait till Larson gets here and this all gets sorted out. Like he's like,
No,
your bro. We were just filling him in on everything, and
You Larson?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you in person.
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Tommy Coyle.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we have a conversation. Yeah. All right. All right. You want to give me a minute with him? Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Real quick, man.
That's the email I sent to you.
Yeah. I remember it. Everything they're giving me, I've already read.
Right.
All right. So the one part I don't think that I got, or you didn't tell me earlier, was did they already ask you not to come back last week or 2 weeks ago?
No.
They never told you.
They've never said.
Never said you weren't welcome back.
I've been going here 17 years. The
Right.
chair in here is named Joey's chair. It's my chair.
Okay. What I'm saying is, did they
No.
ever say
No.
you're not welcome?
No.
Please don't come back.
Never.
Don't. You're not welcome back. Anything
Never.
like that. So
Never.
that's what I'm trying to. The argument there is that they've told you not to come back,
Never.
and then that tonight you came back after they already asked you.
No. Never. I talked to you on the phone last week. Remember?
Yeah, we talked on the phone, but that was. But I didn't really talk to him to get that part.
I never talked to. I haven't talked to him in weeks.
Okay. So what? Clear as day. Now that I look at Sunbiz, hey, he's got the authority to remove people in a trespass. How can we resolve this tonight?
I just want to go to a meeting.
Okay. But he's clearly not going to let you in this place.
Well, that's not up to him.
Okay. Well, he's on Sunbiz. He
It
does have that
doesn't matter.
authority.
The chief said it's. I have the chief's card in my pocket. I showed it to Yadon. You
We
talk
come
to the
here
chief.
for healthcare.
These guys will all testify that everything I'm saying is true.
We got a video on video.
We come here for healthcare.
You know, I'm a
And
disabled
what he's
veteran. I
doing
go
is
to
using
Alcoholics
Myrtle Beach
Anonymous
Police
for my
as a
AA.
weapon to silence anyone that asks any questions about where's the money in the club? How come we can't see the books if we all own it? Please tell us where the money's at. How much did we pay for this thing? How much did we put down? Well, how come you're spending $900 without going to the board says you can only spend $250 in an emergency?
That's how
the
it started.
computers aren't an emergency. You spent $900 on computers. What happened? Where's the money going?
Okay.
And then he wants to
and
call
I-
the police on us.
And I appreciate all that, and I
Yes,
know all
sir.
that's been passed on to our criminal investigations unit, and I know the detectives are already, and I know Sergeant
Sergeant
Dovine's
Devine
already is already on board with that. So we're going to have two different entities here, two
Yeah,
different
absolutely.
arguments. So the argument is, how do I resolve this tonight, and then how do you handle your allegations and a long-term fix
Sure.
on that? So that we're not going to fix tonight.
Correct.
Okay, and that there's no way we can even come to a resolution tonight. So how do we address it tonight?
I don't know. You're
All right, so
probably
you're-
the highest ranking person here.
True. All right, so that we all agree on. All right, so
I was only a corporal.
so here's the part where I've already discussed with our city attorney to where we're going to try to be at. All right, so does he have the authority to the point to where he could do a trespass? Absolutely. Okay, it's on some bids. He's already where you could argumentatively do that. Okay.
For what reason, though?
Yeah, what's the rules? That's what I don't understand.
If you read the bylaws of the club, it says it has to be in good faith with proper reason.
Again, I don't enforce
I understand.
club rules. I don't enforce
Well, that's why we're-
state statute.
it's not your
city
guys-
or-
it's a
yeah,
civil
state
ordinance.
statute and city ordinance.
Right.
Not club rules, HOA rules, not anything like that. We got no part of that. So what I'm trying to find now is a piece for tonight. Can you leave for the night, okay, and let me go get some further guidance from the city attorney before I even exercise the trespass warning, okay? Because I'm at the point where I can make the argument for either way, okay? Because if I take on basically what Dave said, which the emails, he says, basically, we've asked you to come, not come back, which does kind of lead that direction, that there was some conversation about this.
Never talked about it.
Okay.
I haven't talked to him since
Right.
the early
So,
part of March.
but I wasn't here, so I can't.
I understand they could all tell you that, but
Right. So you got people that say you weren't told to come
He
back.
said, she said, sure.
Right. So it gets into he said, she said.
So
So do I have you? Could I do it? Absolutely. But is it going to stand? I got to do some more work on it. So for tonight, I'm asking you, we find resolution and not be here
To
tonight.
put it in layman's terms, Joey, I think if you were to go home,
Because
and everything would be good.
if I'm pushed to the issue, I'm going to trespass you.
Can I ask a question?
Okay. If I have to make a decision, then I'm going to do it. But if I can find a way to separate you, and let me do a little more homework on it to see whether or not it's
That sounds
something that
fair.
can viably stand. Okay. And then at that point, then I'll reach back out to you and I'll tell you what the outcome is going to be.
I'm not concerned.
Okay.
Whatever you want me to do, I'll do.
Right.
But
so
what I'm
what I'm
saying
trying to
is,
do is find an amicable peace agreement.
oh, I'm very amicable
for tonight.
I've
This
got no
way-
problem with
because this way I can-
amicability with the
because-
police department.
Because if you were to say no, and then you were going to go back in there, he's going to tell you to leave. If you say
I'm
no,
coming back Wednesday night for the
then-
impeachment.
then either way, so
That's why I'm
I'll
here
probably
tonight.
have an answer for you tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Wonderful. That's
I'll-
great.
I'll-
That's
I'll
all we
push
need.
it.
We need an answer.
It's important what he's saying, that he's coming back Wednesday night.
Yeah, I showed you the
Wait,
paper.
wait. This is a personal matter. Right? That's why they're violating. They're trying to trespass him. Because on Wednesday night, we're serving impeachment papers.
I've heard all that.
I've sent him
You
all
know
that.
that.
He knows all
Okay.
about it.
I know all the
All right.
backstory.
Okay, good.
And again, I'm going to go back to 2 minutes
Right,
ago.
I got you. Yep.
That's-
I got you.
I'm
I just
worried about right
wanted
now.
to make sure you knew that.
Bottom
I
line
did.
is that Joey goes home tonight peacefully, everything's cool.
Yeah, there's a
And then
peaceful
Wednesday, he's allowed to come back. We hope,
meeting.
after you speak to
We have yet to.
the
We have yet to.
We don't know that.
We don't know that. That's yet to be seen at the moment.
He's not on board with me trespassing right now. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean I'm not going to. I just want to get a little more further guidance from her before action. That's pen and paper. If she's on board with it, then you'll be told.
My issue is that as part of the.
We would prefer if we don't trespass anyone and everyone just separate.
Oh, we know. We're not trying to get you guys here.
We're in compliance.
We're trying to find out what happened to our money.
We want to be able
Yeah.
to vote.
That is being worked on as Lieutenant
I know. I
said.
talked to
Yeah.
them.
That's the thing. They're using the Ormond Beach Police Department as a tactic to get us out of here. And I've been in this neighborhood for 30 years. I've never been in trouble.
I'll probably have an answer for that. But I'll have an answer for
You
that
want a
tomorrow.
copy of our bylaws? Because basically, what I'm confused of, what I'm confused about is that I'm the president of the corporation. According to those documents right there, the corporation owns this clubhouse and this property. We don't want him on it. Simple as that.
I understand. I understand. And it's,
You guys trespass for us all the time.
I haven't trespassed.
He's never been there in 5 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, fine. I just don't believe in anybody not being on the same sheet of music here. So we all leave. We're all on the same sheet of music.
Sure.
All right. If I was going face value, he's got absolute authority to do this. But I know some of the backstory, and I know some of the.
You guys have fabricated
history of it.
backstory.
You understand? You're correct.
I've got all the.
Okay.
And
I'm not
ready.
saying it's fabricated or it's
got
not. I don't know.
But I'm the chief
But until it
executive
gets-
officer
until it gets-
of this property and the corporation.
Right.
And he's a member of a group that rents from the corporation, which I reflect on. And as part of me being the chief officer of the corporation, I don't want him on the property. Just like a McDonald's
And
or
also,
or 7-Eleven.
How about we do that after the
Exactly
vote?
what you said.
all of our
And
financials are
normally in a
on the
normal
board.
situation,
Sure.
which this is not,
Sure.
I would be on board with
He's
that.
not a board. He's not a club member. He's not a dues-paying club member. He can't vote. He can't do any of that according to our bylaws. So his presence here is doing nothing but antagonizing people. Donna's afraid. Other women are afraid. I got 6 cop cars in front of the clubhouse on a meeting on a Monday night, which is detrimental to the club perception, anyways. These guys did this on purpose to bring this in to a head. He was warned if he came here, he'd be trespassed. Now, if I didn't do that, I would.
So, I hear what you said.
Yes, sir.
I've heard what you've said. And I'm going to go get some further guidance.
Okay. Sure.
Because I can see arguments on both
Okay.
sides.
Sure.
So before I make an absolute decision that tells you you're not going to be here or allowed in if they don't sit you. So we just get a little further guidance on it. Okay. Okay.
Feels like one of those scripted episodes of like Palm Wars.
Here's my deal. He comes back, I'm calling y'all back again.
What's up, man? You wanted to say something?
Yeah. Can I file a report for harassment?
Based on what?
For him threatening to throw me out of here.
That's not harassment.
It's not?
No, if you actually look
This is
up
my health care. I come here to stay out of the grave. These guys deal with that every day. I'm a junkie. I need this place.
What's your first name?
Tommy Coyle.
Tommy?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not getting involved with you. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm just pissed. This is where I come to
I
save
understand.
my life.
I understand. It's here for a reason, right? So, with harassment, if you look up, you have a smartphone.
Yeah.
Just Google FSS. That means Florida State statute, and then harassment. That'll tell you all the guidelines you need for harassment. So just by him wanting to remove you, though, that's not harassment.
They were going to throw me out of here on Tuesday. They said I harassed a woman. I got 8 fucking sisters. I don't harass women. I've never harassed a woman. I've been married for 30 years. I never raised a hand to my wife, ever. Never been in handcuffs, ever. And then this guy's going to tell me he's going to throw me out of where I need to come every day to stay alive. I don't think that's fair.
No, I hear you.
Okay? And if I have to get a court appearance, fucking say that in front of a judge. I've done it before and I'll do it again.
And that might be what you have to do.
What do I got to do to get him to go to court with me?
You'll have to file with the court, and then bring him up, and then they'll do that.
At that point, probably need to get a detail officer this time of year on Wednesday, so we can just manage the peace. So can we all agree that even though there may be a disagreement, everybody's got to be peaceful. Absolutely. Everybody's got to be civil. Okay. Nobody's going to threaten any women. Nobody's going to threaten any other club members. Nobody's going to show their ass. Nobody's going to be an idiot. Okay. No one's going to cause a disruptive. Okay. This obviously is a productive place where people come because they need some help. Don't be the one that ruins it. Do we all agree on this? Yes, sir. Okay. Because there's a disagreement on something business-wise, don't let your uncooler heads get in the way and cause a disturbance. Okay? Yes, so we all stay truly focused. Everybody here obviously is here for a reason. Yes, sir. All right, just stay alive. I'll be in touch tomorrow. I have all this. Who's writing this report? I am. All right. Give your information to him because he's going to write this report.
I already ran his info in the call. She needs his number.
Forward it to me, and then I will get it with the state attorney.
Thank you, guys. Sorry to waste your time.
It's all right, man.
I know our name's Randy, but just for this case,
Okay. Thank you. How are you, sir?
Ready?
All right, sir. No, I know. I've
one
heard
other person's been trespassed, John. If the guys keep messing up, they're going to get trespassed. That's how it works. Follow the rules. You can hang out.
10 Delta 53 Central Copy Florida DL by number.
I'm saying follow the rules.
Just stop. You all need to stop. Every one of you damn men need to shut the fuck up.
Romeo 552-112-63-0480.
We've all got over 100 years combined, almost 200. And this is all because people aren't getting their way. Nothing's perfect. God damn, we have somewhere to go to meetings. Y'all need to quit acting like fools. And especially Tony.
Hey, Jadon, I don't think he can leave because the charger. Can I move your car?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
For a very long time. He's not.
Roger.
I don't.
Brand new or some other.
One battle 3-2. When transport is complete and acknowledged, 512.
I'm deaf, so.
Because he says I.
Oh, gee, do you need my number?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing my report.
Yeah, you can write a report.